Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us this morning for the ATS marketing training. I'm definitely looking forward to training you guys this morning. We are going to be looking at just touch on Twitter, touch on podcasting, retouch again on repurposing material. Then we're going to go through the VRIN, excuse me, the VRIN score, because we want to make sure that your growth on social media is exceptional. We want to make sure that you have everything that you need. So Twitter, just to touch on a few things with Twitter, when creating your Twitter to maximize your marketing, you want to make sure that you have the right handle, profile photo, and header image. We've discussed this before. I'm reiterating things just in case you didn't catch it the first time or you just need some refreshing on it, because if you don't have the right handle, profile, picture, photo, or header, then they can't find you. You want to make sure it goes across the board so that your customers, your audience, knows who you are regardless of what platform that you are on. The next thing, just to touch on a few things, you also want to make sure that your bio showcases your brand's personality, or if you have a specific product that you have created social media platforms for, you want to make sure that that bio, that description of that product is the same across the board to show an accurate description of the product. You don't want your customers confused. If they're confused, they're not going to buy from you. So, ladies and gentlemen, just again, make sure that with your bios across the board, they showcase your brand's personality. If you are creating pages specifically for products, you want to make sure that the description of that product showcases that product, what that product is across the board. If you have books, you want to make sure that that description of that book or that book series goes across the board, because you want to make sure that you have an accurate description of what it is. You don't want to confuse your customers. We've discussed peak hours, but with you, post all the time. Antonio, if you were on the call last night, Antonio gave us a wonderful way to do our posting. I would follow that. I would follow what Antonio told you. So don't stress about peak hours or anything like that. And actually, I'm going to toss it over to Boss Man real quick. Boss Man.
All right. Well, there's a couple of things I want to talk about in there. Deanna, you can go run and get that door for us real quick. You can cut your camera off until you come back. Go serve the community for about 15 minutes. Now, let's have some fun. First off, Chantel, unmute your mic. Unmute your mic. I want the recording to capture you. Say something for me real quick.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes. And can y'all see Chantel? Can y'all see her? She's sitting outside. You cannot do that in Texas. That's all I wanted to say. And that's all I want to say. Okay? That's all I want to do. That's all I want to do is let you know that there's no way in hell that you would be able to sit outside in June. There is no way. You are clearly in New York. I can assure you, you cannot do that in Texas. It is way too hot in Texas for such behavior. And just looking at you made me say, she must be hot. And then I remembered, everyone's not from Texas. Y'all should be, but, it's okay. It's okay. All right. Appreciate you, Chantel, for playing along. Deanna mentioned, make sure your bio shows your brand personality. Can someone explain that to me, or how would you show your brand's personality in your bio? Actually, let's not do that. How do I show my brand's personality in my bio, in my posts, in anything that I do? How do I show my brand's personality? Or tell me what is my brand's personality? Let's do it that way. Who's first? I'm picking on people. Jerome, you first. Chantel, you second. Grace, you third.
Yeah. Your brand personality is a reflection of what you're about, who you are. But at the same token, you're trying to draw them into whatever product or whatever you're trying to sell. But you can't leave you out because, as you said, if people like you, if people follow you, then they'll buy from you. But if they don't trust you, they're not going to do that. So what are they going to be drawn to? You. So that's got to come through no matter what you're saying. If it doesn't, you're going to end up losing them in the long run.
That's 1,000% correct. In fact, you be ready. I might have you help me teach this part. If you got some knowledge like that, you're doing all right. That was 1,000% correct. And I find it no coincidence that a comedian would be able to answer such a question like that, because have y'all ever saw a picture of a comedian? If you see a promo picture of a comedian, you never see a picture like this here. See that? You never see a piece like that. They always got or something, right? It's always some weird face. I'm serious. If you see a picture of a comedian, they're always doing something strange. You know what? Y'all seen it, right? I don't have to share my screen. Because they're showing the personality of them and their brand. You get it? And every time you see them in a picture, they always take a goofy picture to remind you, to create that emotional response. You laugh when you see me. Is that fair? That's quite intelligent. That's really, really good. You've never, it's, Kevin Hart does a good job with his Instagram, and it was a long time before women found out Kevin Hart was fine. And all the pictures, and then you're like, oh my God, he got a six-pack in the chest. What's going on? We're working out. But you didn't know, right? You didn't know because his brand wasn't being a sex symbol. His brand was being funny. LL Cool J, that's a whole different one, ain't it? You ain't never seen LL Cool J not sexy. You understand? Brad Pitt, not sexy. Angelina Jolie, not sexy. You understand what I'm saying? Beyonce. I don't see, come on now, don't play now. Don't play with me. Beyonce, you see Beyonce on every good day. She don't even have bad days. She ain't never had a bad day in her life. We know that's not true, but you get the point. The point is the brand says, I'm Beyonce. Think about that. And when you take a picture, when you shoot a video, when you do anything, bio, you want your brand's personality to pop out in that. It is important. Chantel, what's my brand's personality?
What's your brand personality? Okay. I'm thinking, well, because I feel like I see you so intimately all the time, I can't think of your brand
Fair enough.
put out there. But I mean, honestly, like you don't wear too many colors. You always have like a basic color on, and it kind of shows reflection of like who you are. You're not so all out there. It's more basic and practical. I could see that.
Yep. That's on purpose too, by the way. That is on purpose. That's on purpose. It is on purpose, basic colors. Now, y'all don't know it, but I've been buying all sorts of jackets. Of course they're expensive, but I don't mean to say that. And they are, child, let me tell you, you think I came from Egypt. They are colorful, colory, all sorts of stuff. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy what's going on. But that's for a different purpose. That's for a different purpose moving forward. You understand? Move forward. But my classical dress, my dark colors, or just solid colors, that's just me telling you, hey, I am what I am type thing. But when I open up my mouth, I got something to say. You understand what I'm saying? Intense, charismatic, blah, blah, blah. When you hone your brand like that, when you know what it is, now this conversation is for all of y'all, with this particular part. When you know what it is, and if you don't know what it is, you're both about to benefit from what I'm about to say next. When you know what your brand is, you move out the way customers who shouldn't be there. You basically funnel customers who wouldn't even want to deal with you in the first place. When you don't know what your brand is, you invite all customers in, and half of them you need to fire. Does everyone process what I'm saying? What you want to do is you only want to attract the people who like you. You get it? Remember, find your congregation. You don't want to find Daryl's congregation. You want to find yours. You don't want to find Jerome's congregation. You want to find yours. I'll give you a good example. By show of hands, whether it be the emoji hand or the Zoom emoji hand or your actual hand if you got your screen on, who is familiar with Jerry Seinfeld? Good. He's actually one of my favorite comedians. I think he's brilliant. I absolutely thank you for the student. I love the show. The show about nothing was incredible. I mean, changed the game as far as I'm concerned. I love it. I love Jerry Seinfeld, which also makes sense that I would love Frasier to come. Not that Seinfeld's in it, but it ain't that much of a leap to go from Seinfeld to Frasier, right? It's not that much of a leap. I think Frasier is one of the most brilliant shows of all time. I really do. Who remembers the show Frasier and liked it? Let me see your emoji hands. Yes, it was a fantastic show. It really was. Okay, good. Got Vince, got Susan. Appreciate you, Phil. I think it was a fantastic. Yeah, Frasier is the man. Still watching. I know that's right, PJ. Love it. I think it's a fantastic show. Does it now? Who's familiar with Richard Pryor? Okay, Richard Pryor. All right, that's all right. Got your hands up. Good. You almost have to be familiar with Richard Pryor. Shame on you if you're not. Does it make sense that Richard Pryor sounds like Frasier? I want y'all to process that for a second. Would Richard Pryor sounding like Frasier ever make Richard Pryor the Richard Pryor that he was? Actually, there was a movie with it was a fantastic movie. It was like Hear No Evil, See No Evil or something. It was the Willy Wonka guy, I think it was. Richard Pryor, the Willy Wonka guy, or I think so. It was, yeah, look it up for me, because that movie was fantastic. That movie was fantastic. And I want you to think about this here. No, but Eddie Murphy could pull off Frasier. Yes, Eddie Murphy could pull off Frasier. He could, because Eddie Murphy is an impressionist as well, right? Right. Gene Wilder. Okay, Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor. I think they made a part 1 and part 2. There's part 1 I'm looking for. Thank you, Vince. Gene Wilder. What I'm attempting to get you to see is See No Evil, Hear No Evil. I was right. And that's old. What year was that? What year was that? 1989. I was 8 years old. 1989. See No Evil, Hear No Evil was a fantastic movie. What I'm trying to tell you is that those were 2 different comedic brands. And that's why that movie was so fantastic. Because, back then they never really cross-pollinated like that. It's why Rock This Way, you understand. That's why that song was so great, because it was rock and rap coming together. But if you go up there and try to change the style of Richard Pryor and say, Richard Pryor, I want you to be Frasier, Richard Pryor loses all his power. I'm going somewhere with this. Let's keep going. If you say Seinfeld, man, start cussing like Richard Pryor. He loses his fan base. He does. Seinfeld absolutely loses his fan base. When you have a brand and you know what it is, people don't want you to change that brand. They don't mind you evolving, but they don't want you changing it. The superstars of this world learn how to evolve with each generation or each passing movement. Madonna, Beyonce, I want to say Aerosmith, but they're just so good they don't have to evolve. They just have to stay on tour for 30 years like they've been doing. You know who else that I'm talking to? I'm talking to my black folk right now. Maxwell. Maxwell does a good job evolving. He'll drop an album once every 8 years, and you know it's a classic. You know it's a classic, right? When you know your brand, people will automatically want you to do more of that brand. Everybody got me? When you don't know your brand, people can't attach to you. All that 13 minutes was to say that one statement. If you don't know your brand, people will have a hard time attaching to you. You need to find out your brand as fast as possible. And you need to stick with it and run with it over and over. And it doesn't matter. How many of you right now say things like, well, I'm just trying to figure out who I am. I'm just trying to find my voice. Nothing wrong with that. Put that out there. Put that I'm trying to discover myself out there. And when you put it out there, your brand will start developing because you'll get feedback on who you are and you'll know what works. What do you see my brand as? Someone who's willing to volunteer. I need a volunteer. Volunteer. Let me see your hands. Volunteer. Actually, all right. Vince Anderson. Vince Anderson wants to volunteer. Vince, from what you know of Daryl Dillahunty, what is his brand?
I would say that he's an educator. From the last couple of calls, with his knowledge, business coaching, because he has the knowledge. When last time we were talking, he was talking about how he helped his daughter with the credit, for example. And then, so he has that knowledge to help people grow their, their personal finances, as well as the knowledge on how to market, how to attract leads, how to, different types of different types of approaches to things. So I would say business coaching.
All right. I don't disagree with it, but it ain't for me to disagree. That is his audience telling him what he looks like. There shall be no dis. You can't disagree with your audience. Is that fair? Vince, would you happen to like business?
Absolutely.
Okay, well then there it is. So now we know, right? Now we know that's his audience. Okay, that's good. That's pretty good. Caring, professional, authentic is what Phil said in the chat. Let's see. Yep. So good, caring. Whatever I just said. Caring, professional, authentic. Now let's do. If you have a couple of niches, then that's not a bad thing at all. That's me. That's Grant Cardone. That's Gary Vee. There's a lot of people like that. There are a lot of people out there that can actually encompass a lot of things. A lot of people. And the people who normally have a couple of niches, they come from extreme poverty in most cases. I don't want to say most cases, but you see it a lot because you have to learn a lot to get out of your situation. And that skill set, that new knowledge just kind of sticks with you as you go forward. It just sticks with you. That's always a good thing. That's a good thing. I mean, Grant Cardone was poor. Gary Vee is a Russian immigrant. So that's, I don't know how you get more poor than that. I don't know how you get more poor than that. Good stuff. All right. Good. What you need to be doing is homing in your brand. Last thing I'll say, and it's now the most important thing I have said. Let me slow my voice down so I can create the dramatic effect. Here we go. Radio 104.7. Okay. I couldn't help myself. People in the 21st century only buy brands. That's it. That's it. That's it. And it's gotten worse with millennials. We actually made it worse. I'll explain. Millennials don't like brands. We don't like this polo on my chest. You never see that. But, you know, it makes my chest look big with the V-neck, and it's pretty comfortable, and it's hot as heck outside. You know what I'm saying? So I had to put on something this morning, you know. You know, I got like 30 of these black V-necks. It's too many of them. I got 30 of them. I really do. I do, because it's so easy to put my jacket over it, and now I'm professional all over again. I love these. We don't like this stuff. Someone bought it. It was a gift. You know, but it's real comfortable, though. And, you know, it's cool. I just don't like it on here. And since we don't like brands on us, it had an opposite and equal reaction. It's a yin and yang, a left and a right, a up and down. Since we don't like brands on us, Adonia, we are addicted to brands in us. Aha. Yes. Yes. You got a question? Okay.
So when you say we're addicted to brands in us, are you referring to like the brands we eat, the like the phones we?
Nope.
Oh.
Okay, go ahead. I said it cryptic like that on purpose.
Because millennials don't like brands on you, you gonna be a brand.
Okay. All right. We're getting real close. We don't like the labels that society gave us. We grew up this way. But you got to remember, you baby boomers, you taught us, baby, don't be what they tell you. Pick your head up. Hey, don't let them see you sweat. Like, y'all taught us this, right? You taught us this stuff. And we took it seriously. We took it seriously. Don't let them tell you what you can't do. You can do anything. You don't know another generation that is more about personal development and conferences than millennials. That's real data. Now, if you want to stick to the baby boomers thing, that's actual books. But we've got so many different ways to consume information now. The people that there are equally just as many millennials following Les Brown than there are people who grew up with Les Brown, right? We swung the pendulum the other direction. Don't label me, but please put your label in me, please, right? It's what we've done. It's what we've done. And the buying power today has shifted from baby boomers to millennials. And if I can't fall in love with your brand, I don't want it. You see reports all the time. The reports all the time says, listen, millennials are killing the napkin industry. We did. We don't like yellow napkins. That's cool. You know, we got wet wipes and hand sanitizer and stuff like that. That's the truth. It's the truth. Listen, we're killing housing, the housing market. Well, because it actually makes sense to rent and not to own. But we are literally obliterating the housing market because we watch my mama be poor to pay off this mortgage, and we like to travel because all that other stuff, and we don't want those responsibilities like that. And statistically, we're broke. Student loans, like you've never seen a broker generation than millennials, not out of mismanagement because the system is so jacked up. Here's what happened. What happened is, if a millennial can't relate to that product, a millennial will not buy it in most cases. It's the truth. It is the truth. My question to you is, if that's millennial, and it catches fire. It goes up to baby boomers. Like, why do you have your Android? I bet you, if I ask you, it's not you saying, well, you know what, the specs on this Android is because it has a 10 megapixel camera in, and it has a 5.6 megahertz. You don't know. You just saying, I don't even like you Apple folks. Come on now. Who said that sometime? Which one of you Android users? Which one of you Android users have said that? Come on, don't lie. When you was an Android user. Us Apple, and I know how I talk. Ew, green bubbles. Ew. 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 Right? Okay, you get it. Now, but that has nothing to do with the specs. Whether you know it or not, you have fallen in love with the brand till you've made a choice to reject all others. You may have Netflix, Hulu, and Amazon Prime, but one of them you're loyal to in most cases. Now, for some of you, you go, well, I like Hulu for this TV show or because you get it. You're strategic with it. Yeah. But one of them, if you had to choose one, that's where your loyalty lies. Is that fair? It's so crazy. I'm a PlayStation guy. I'm not an Xbox guy. Never owned one, don't want one. I can't relate. But I can relate to PS4. If I had some younger folk on here, if it was younger folk on here, you would see the argument between Xbox and PlayStation happening right here. It makes no sense, y'all. It's still the future. It's still fantastic technology that has changed the world. It really is. But we then decided to pick a side. You live in a world to where they tell you, pick a side. Now, get ready, Deanna. The reason, because she's back now, the reason why I am telling you this is because if you don't make people pick a side in your brand, they won't buy from you. Last example I give you. Before Starbucks forced you to pick what they would call good coffee, all coffee was just in one section, and then you said, like the folk in the South, well, give me a Coke. Okay, what kind of Coke? That's how we say it in the South. Everything is a Coke. And then you ask, what kind of Coke? Well, even one of them strawberry ones, right? You understand what I'm saying? When it was coffee, give me some coffee. Which one? Just give me some coffee, whatever's on deal. And you don't want your customers treating you like, well, whatever's on deal. I just said a whole lot there. All right, Deanna, keep on keeping on.
Thank you, Mr. Antonio T. Smith Jr. for breaking that down for us. Now you guys understand why your bio is highly important when it comes to your marketing. And I'm just going to touch on a few more things with Twitter. Make sure you add images to your tweets that increase retweets. Branding, marketing. You want to make sure that if you're posting a graphic, you want to make sure that that graphic has something on it that makes people want to retweet it again. And then also on Twitter, start utilizing your Twitter video more for your engagement. Utilize that. Conduct polls. You want to make sure that you use creativity. You can be creative on Twitter. And also make sure you test your headlines as well. When you're testing your headlines, try this headline for this particular campaign, marketing campaign you're doing, and try this headline and see which one draws more of your audience. So again, I just wanted to touch on Twitter. Does anybody have any questions about Twitter? Okay.
So, hey, I did have a question, but it's not necessarily towards Twitter, but, and you probably can come back to this later on once you hit more things, but I find it hard to manage multiple social media platforms.
That's good stuff. Who else finds it hard to manage multiple social media platforms? All right. Let's play a little game like, what's that? Saw. Let's play a game. Did I go too far? Okay. All right, with learning and without killing people. Okay, I understand. I really like that series. It's crazy. It's graphic, but it's crazy. Let us share our screen. Google Chrome. There we go. Now, why do I use Google Chrome and not Safari? Makes sense, right? What? Because Google has been with me all my life, 99, and I just started being a Mac user 2015 maybe. I'm just allied to Google. That's it. On my phone, I use Safari because I'm not going to download no apps to put on my phone. Manage multiple social media accounts for free. I like free, right? There are a few. I wish I had a cell phone. Hootsuite, we went over this before, as a free option. But there is another one. I was going to walk you out to it, but let me not do that. Crossfire? No, what is it called? Social media crossfire, something like that? Oh, Crowdfire. There we go. Crowdfire. Here is one that I suggest. I used to use this one. I don't use it anymore. Let me go to the pricing. There's a free version which lets you use one account, 10 scheduled posts per account. You get it, and then you can get these here. One account, it just means you, and then you can use all these 4 social medias. There you go. I think I can see it better now. Here's the price. You can read that self-explanatory yourself. But you get 1 account, 2 accounts. So this would be me. This would be me and my kids, or my son, or me and kids, 5, whatever, right? 800, 100. What you do is you come in here and you schedule all your posts, and you run. It's called curation, content curation. You run all your posts from here. Vince, did you know about this? Is he there? Okay. He's got his hand up. Go ahead, Vince. You can unmute your mic.
I'm sorry, I'm just talking away.
So
yeah, I used Hootsuite for a while, and then because at first you can send stuff out to all your friends and groups and everything, and then all of a sudden they made a change here about 6 months to a year ago.
Sure did.
Where you can only send it, I think, either from a group or 2 groups. So that kind of cut down my my exposure a lot, and I got away from that. So Crowdfire, someone told me about that one, but I hadn't had time to go back in to look at it. So I basically just took a back seat, because now if you're only can post to your group, that means only that small number of people are going to be able to see you. So I kind of took a step back right now.
No doubt. He is correct. I'm still using Hootsuite. They stop you from posting directly to Instagram. That's another one that kind of wasn't approved by my standards. And you can't post to your personal page no more either on Hootsuite as well, which doesn't bother me because I don't even use my personal page, but it would definitely bother a lot of you. And some other stuff you're saying. He's right. Crowdfire, I thought was fantastic. I had 100% user satisfaction with Crowdfire until something happened. I switched phones, and they never really switched with me, and I had accounts kind of competing. It was too much, and I kept trying to email, and they just wouldn't do it, etc. Other than that, I'd still be using Crowdfire. I still would.
So Crowdfire has all the stuff that Hootsuite took away?
Unless they change in the last 6 months.
Gotcha.
Unless they change unless they change the last 6 months. Crowdfire has some tools though that I really like. Here's what Crowdfire allows you to do better than Hootsuite. Crowdfire allows you to, now Hoots better than, I'm not saying Hootsuite doesn't do this, it's better than. Crowdfire, even a free version, allows you to type in some words. You use Daryl as an example, he's building his base. MLM, type that in. Multi-level marketing, type that in. Network marketing, type that in. Chef, type that in. Holistic, type that in. And what it would do for Daryl is once he finishes building this profile words that he wants to follow, those words will then go out and find his competition and see how they're posting so he can mimic it. Feature number one. Feature number two, it allows him to have those keywords, those people into a timeline to where he can start interacting with them now to build relationships with those influencers. That's important. That's super important because influencer marketing is a really, really big deal. It's not going nowhere no time soon. Despite what you hear about some people that's trying to tell you it's nothing. Now, a feature that they have that Hootsuite does not have. So this is one that Hootsuite does not have. You got me? Hootsuite does not have this feature. A feature that they do not have is Hootsuite allows you, Crowdfire allows you to schedule a post 4 times in 30 days. It's actually where I got that from. You can literally, on Hootsuite, they have an auto schedule, but that's within a day. That's within a day. There's a suggestion that'll pop up on Crowdfire that says, thank you, Vince. This post is great. Would you like to schedule this 3 times in 30 days, 2 times in 30 days, or 4 times in 30 days? And you can go to 4 times in 30 days. You can. And if you have a major product that you would like to sell, if you're trying to grow your YouTube page, that comes in handy a lot. Would you like 2 examples? You post natively to LinkedIn or Facebook. Then what Chantel is going to do is upload whatever she just posted to YouTube. Now what she's going to do is after she uploads directly, she's going to go into Crowdfire, take the same words she did with the post over there, but this time instead of doing the video, she's going to do the link. Then when she posts that link in a Crowdfire, it's going to say, Vince, would you like to post this 4 times in the next 30 days? Here's what just happened, Vince. 1 native video uploaded plus 4 more times for the same video, just your YouTube link. They're going to see your YouTube link throughout the month while your video will expire within about, the hotness of your video will expire within about 24 hours. This is extremely important when you do a video. Someone like Daryl who is doing videos that are near, as long as network marketing will be alive, his videos are going to be timeless, most of them. You want to schedule those videos over and over. Because we all know once you post a video, it's hot for like 3 hours. Then it dies down, it simmers down. And then the next day, you're like, okay, I got to post another one, right? I'm losing attention. And 3 months later, if you see someone who liked that video, you go, wow, how they found this video? Because that's what we think now about videos. 3 months is like, that's totally dead. I'll wait till Facebook tells me it's a memory now so I can repost it. You get it? But when you can schedule that YouTube link of that video, now what you're basically saying, Vince, is I'm going to be relevant in this one video 5 times in 30 days. Can I push that further? I told you I'm going to give you 2 examples. That was the first one. Adon, you're going to like this one. I'm going to post 4 videos for the month. That's once a week. That's too low, but anyway, once a week, okay? So I'm starting y'all off. I'm letting you go. Listen, Antonio, come on now. You know, I work, you know, I'm trying to work this camera out. But give me once a week because I ain't got no content. You better be happy at this once a week. Okay, I got you. I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. Once a week, Grace, get some math going. I know I have the power with Crowdfire to take one video and make it be seen 5 times. Now what I'm going to do is take 4 videos. It's simple math. You don't need to calculate. I'm just doing it for dramatic effect. Now I'm doing 4 videos 5 times. How many days is that, Grace?
Yes, 20 days.
That's 20 out of 30 days I am relevant in the social media atmosphere. Oh, I'm teaching now and I know it. Okay? All right, let's try this again. You can do that. All right, she said I can do that. See it? Forget it. Just 1 video a week, and you can reschedule it up to 4 times. That's 20 times. Now Antonio can't say, where's your content, Adonia? And she's going to show me like, I got my content. Because y'all know every week I come back and beat y'all in the head with this content. Content. Now, is anything wrong with having content for 67% of the month? No, not at all. Crowdfire will let you go. And this is answers this question. I'm having trouble. Look, not only will it do this on one platform, every platform you got, everything you got it on. LinkedIn, Instagram. So it will post on Instagram for you, but it works a little different. You got to do like a 2-step with Instagram, but nevertheless, you can still do it. But who doesn't mind that? Now let's go with 6 times a week. Let's go with 6 times a week, okay? He said just signed up for Crowdfire. Good job, bitch. You don't waste no time. Let's think about this for a second. Let's go with 6. I'm gonna post 6 times a week. Now, let's make all 6 posts videos. I'm gonna do it down your favor. We can make them 2 minutes or less. Look at God. Look at God working it out. 2 minutes or less, okay? 2 minutes or less video. That's still 6 times 5. That's 30, ain't it? At max, it's 31 days in a month. You just hit your audience with whatever link you wanted to post with, whatever funnel you wanted to start for 99% of that month. You do that for a year, you will pass up a lot of people, and they would say, Adonia, can you teach me how you do what you're doing? And you say, I sure can. That's, it's $125 an hour. Let's get started. Most people that take paid out their book, most people pay with American Express, Visa, or MasterCard. Which one will you be paying for? Which one will you be paying with, right? Think about it. Remember, all you got to do is be a week ahead of people. Crowdfire puts you 3 weeks ahead of people. Boy, I know. All right, there you go. Deanna, you go ahead and pick back up. Go ahead, Chantel.
Now, Antonio, I know that you post a lot of content when it comes to like just content, just showing that you're a resource. Is it different when you're also wanting to like offer services? Is that separate? Do you want to put that together? Do you want to give them a call to action in the videos? How's that coincide?
What you want to do is, so I should probably show this again then. Let's call your service the product you want to sell. Is that fair? She wants to sell this product. How many of you have one product that you would, if you could just sell this product to a certain amount of people, you'd be good. You walk away from your job right now. All right, Chantel, okay, you get it? If I could just sell this one, I'm good if I can sell this one. I went into it yesterday, but I didn't go into it in great detail. We have an option here, Deanna. I'll leave it up to you. I left it up to Daryl yesterday. I'll leave it up to you. We can go into it, but it will take the rest of your class to give pure value. They walk away with geniuses, and you can help me out with it because you do it with me, so you get it. Or I could just feature it. Now, of course, Daryl would let me do it the whole time, but it's like 2 minutes left for class. So that's all we get. We want to keep people on the call for 3 hours. Keep going. All right, so let's retitle. We're gonna you just say, never finish your agenda. Because marketing is what they need the most, and they be asking questions and it's always flipping around. All right, good stuff. But that's good. So let's go with. We're gonna call this class what I actually call this note. All right. So if you want to go back and find this class, it's right there. The sneaky. I made this up, y'all. The sneaky sell a major product plan. Product and services with Chantel. Chantel is not saying product because she's offering her services because she's the product. Right. Is that fair, Chantel? But it's still a product, yes? Good stuff. What we want to do is, Johnny, go ahead and share your screen. Get ready to pull up those pictures. At least put up all 30. If you can pull up all 13 in the folder and then play around, if you can do that and then show one by one, that'll work. That'll work. We're gonna. Let's see. Daryl asked me a question from an educated level a couple of weeks ago, and it was really good. It was really, really good. It was really good, and I said, well, and he had a really good answer. He already had the question. He already had the answer himself. And I was like, you know what I can do, Daryl, man? Let me. I start typing. Let me send you the way that I typically like to post. And I sent it to him. And of course, you give Daryl some steps, it's over. That's all you do. Daryl gets all Daryl needs is a direction and then move out his way. It's over. It's over after that, right? Just move. I got it from here. Which is good. That's what leaders are. And then I have this lofty goal in which I want to do something. So I just made up something else. But I'm making it up by what I know works. Law text messaged me last night. This is me prefacing this here. Law Low Hope, Warriors to sign and trade KD. Oh, that's cold. Don't do that. Anyway, I'm sorry. Law texted me last night. Oh. Law texted me last night that, where is it? It is. However, I have noticed a difference with audience interaction on 3 daily posts. This is Law talking. He was texting me saying, I started going to posting 3 times a day. So I noticed a difference. Now, I asked him a setup question, Vince. It was totally set up. I already knew what it was. I just said, what kind of difference, right? It's totally set up. Totally set up. I knew it was a great difference because the algorithm alone is going to push you to more people. And then when people respond and engage, you're going to tell the algorithm, hey, Law is hot when he does this. I knew what it was, but I asked the question anyway because I wanted him to say it. I wanted him to admit that I upgraded him. That's all. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. And then he says, more engagements from my audience, liking, commenting, and sharing. Pride-related posts seems to be a touchy subject for some humans, right? Which is true. But he's got a lot of engagements from his products to his workshop. He did a workshop, fantastic, et cetera, et cetera. What I'm going to show you will bless you. But there are, who knows what curation is? Let me help you. Daryl, can you, if you're there, outstanding. What I'm going to show you is going to help you. But there is another way that people like Adonia, Daryl, Antonio, Denise, probably Phil, and Susan would do at any time, and probably Vince. That's hire an Antonio Smith to get it done. Okay, and I'm going to show you. It just makes sense. It just makes sense. Daryl is paying the ATS company top bucks. I appreciate you, by the way, to blow him up. Okay, because we have a service for such a thing. Daryl, even though we just started, in your limited experience right now, not with the content, but with working with us on this level, what have you discovered thus far when hiring someone to do curation?
Well, it's simple. It allows me to focus on what I do best and focus on creating content, focus on building my business, and not being so much focused and stressed around areas that I don't know well, because I find myself between doing what I need to do for my business and learning things, quite frankly, that I don't want to learn. And it's funny that you even say this, because I'm taking notes on something incredible that could happen for everybody. Guys, listen, this is not a setup. Antonio normally he could be setting me up, you know that, right? But I'm not a part of it. I'm not a ringer in this. But you see him laugh, he did set me up. But anyway, so it's a way to get this done for each and every one of us, that you can get it done for free, but there's something that you have to do. But anyway, to answer your question, absolutely, man. It frees me up. It allowed me not to be so stressed. And I don't know if that happened with Chantel, but I sent over, just full disclosure here, Chantel, I'm gonna put you out there. I sent over a message to Chantel because I want to interview her. And she has changed, if you haven't noticed, so much in the last just couple of weeks, right? So I asked her, I requested to interview her, and she responded classic knowledge, what she learned here. She says to me, well, let's just see what you got going. In other words, Negro, let's just see if this fits my brand first, right?
Oh, good, Phil.
All right. It was just perfect. So and I said that to say that this whole process can free you up to focus on those areas. She's a millennial, probably less than, I'm not sure, but the point is she grasped this information so much faster than I do, but it's taken me to have someone to support me and work with me in that area. So there you have it.
Good stuff. And I really didn't set them up. It was actually an accident. But since we're here, I will be debuting a form of a service. Chantel, I can tell you, now that you know that we run his media, you probably want to get interviewed, because I'm just going to make sure you're seen over and over and over and over again. So whatever you say, make sure you say it so that you can convert his audience to your audience. I just taught y'all something, okay? That's what you want to do. Because he want to interview you. Cross-pollination, that's it. Every time we share it to his audience, you want to be siphoning his customers, all right? That's good stuff there. Now, the reason I'm saying, because I'm going to show you maybe 5% of what we actually do, and it's going to blow your mind. It's going to blow your mind. You're going to be like, oh, this is all I need. In fairness, it will be all you need. It will be, because we over-deliver every time anyway. But if you want to get 95% more and 95% more money, etc., it's not an upsell. It's actually free when we offer it to you, so it's not an upsell. But I want you to know that when I pay for stuff, this is how I behave. Adonia, I paid you. You do it. You do it. I don't. You do it. Just tell me how you want to get paid, because I'm gonna need this done. And she's gonna be like, hey, what do you think? Adonia, I gave you the vision. After that, you the expert. You do it. I'll see you next month. That's me. That's totally me. Now, I can't speak for y'all, but when I pay somebody, I want you to work. That's me. I'm real. That's what I got. That's why I started getting real old. I'm like 70-something years old. That's my mentality at that point. If I pay for it, you doing it. That's the reason I paid you. Not me screaming and stuff and all this. No, you scream. I paid $45.50 for these tickets. I said Steve Harvey, Kings of Comedy, if you don't know. All right. All right. That's that Kings of Comedy. Yeah. Pump it up. Scream. No, you scream. Spanking rappers make me sick. All right, I'm done. So let me show you what it is, and then I'll show you how. Oh, no. Let me stop real quick. I got to do this one more thing. Daryl. And Daryl loved this part. He didn't tell me, but I told him once, and in less than 24 hours, he was sending stuff over. And it was early in the morning. He ain't even go to sleep that night. I said, Daryl, here's what we need. The only thing I need you to do is you just record content, okay? You just record content. When you record content, I just need you to send me what you're going to talk about. And well, I'll let Daryl pick up the rest of the story from there. Daryl, tell us what you basically sent to us, and I guess how that conversation went too.
Well, I was wanting starting a series on why MLM and why you, right? And so based on what we talked about the day before, you said send me the title or the points you want to talk about, and then I'll set it up for you. And then when you have the content ready, or even prior, in some cases, having the content ready, then we can just plug it in. The goal for me was to look like his post or people who post like him, instead of just my basic text. You know how you have some captions around this, and it makes you look, light years ahead of what most people do when they post. And so all of that, I don't know how far you want me to go with that, but that's what happened there. But the other part is that's just who I am, is just got into my spirit that how many other people can really use this? And then that's the reason why I couldn't sleep.
That's why you couldn't sleep. Now, keep in mind, we did this for Les Brown. Like this was my celebrity thing that we did. This is how we got here. Just doing this, Chantel, right? Just doing this. Les Brown needs to fill out. I think if you was there April 2018, that was me and my team sold that. It was 450 something people there. We sold all them tickets, ran the front, all sorts of stuff, right? And had it jam-packed full off of this thing here. But nevertheless, all Daryl sent to us was, get ready, Deanna, I'm coming to you. He sent a title, main points, a couple of points in them, main point, couple of points in them. So it's like a standard text message with maybe 12 things in it. Okay, like a keynote. You get it? Deanna, when I sent them to you, tell us what you did next.
I took each of those and I made a graphic out of them. Do you want, and I do have them, do you want me to show what we did for us or show what I did for?
Don't show them yet.
Okay.
Because I need to meet you right quick. I'm not just rambling. I'm currently talking to you Audible learners because we're about to go all visual, okay? And I wanted you to be able to stay with the visual. Everything I do is strategic. I promise you it is, okay? So don't show it yet. We're bridging the gap. And for those visual learners who are going, I got you, but what the hell you talking about? I need some more. I'm now giving you some seeds you can grab onto when we go to, oh, that's what he was talking about, right? That's what we're doing right now, okay? That's what we're doing. So don't show them yet, but tell them how we're taking what is to be this long form content, and then
from there, we take different points within the long form content and we create those points. And from those points, we create graphics to go with those points. So what that does is we take the points are our text posts. Because remember, there's 4 different types. So the points are a text post. It's just a text and then we have the link. So now you have your text and your link post. So that's right there. That's one piece of content that we create. Then we take those same points and we create graphics. So now you have your graphics. That's one piece of content right there. And then from there, we also take those points and we're going to create videos out of those. And that's your other piece of graphic, your other piece of content. Antonio has taught us you want to make sure that you post out 4 pieces of content for algorithm purposes. So you have your text, which is just you saying, hey guys, check this out. You have your link, that's your link in your, hey guys, check this out, or your link to a video. Then you have your graphic, and then you have your video. Am I missing anything, Boss Man?
Oh, we missing plenty. Yeah, I mean, we're missing plenty, but, you know, this is fantastic information. We're not holding back. It's just, I mean, come on, this is a master's degree of information that we're just not talking about, right? I had to take you to school for 16 weeks per semester just to catch all this. I've been working on this since 2009. In 2000, I want to say it was 12 or 11, Facebook went public, and I was like, how in the heck does that happen? Internet companies don't go public. It seems normal now because that's exactly what happens. But Facebook was the first. What do you mean you're going to New York Stock Exchange? What do you mean? You can't be MySpace and go public. Come on. This was weird. If you understand money in the stock exchange, internet companies are not supposed to be there. It's the truth. But now it's normal, right? Because everything's changed. So when they went down, I was like, man, how is Facebook making money? I don't understand where they're making money from. I had no idea. I was working on building my brand for 3 years. Never knew people were making money. But if you go on the stock exchange, you're clearly making money. You understand what I'm saying? You're clearly making money. So what's happening? Because I didn't pay. I wasn't doing no ads back then, Vince, nothing like that. Nothing like that at all. And it dawned on me, well, I said it in my futuristic way. They interpret it now, Deanna. And keep in mind, he hasn't even sent us the long form content yet. He sent us what he's going to talk about. Right. The long form content is the actual post, the actual video. But let's see if we can make it work so you can get understanding. Vince, this is probably the greatest day that you showed up, buddy, because every single thing that we're talking about right now is stemming from your question. Here we go. This is my note. I shared it last night briefly, but now we just went into great detail about it. I called it the sneaky sell a major product. This is what I want to do. Sell a major product. I need a plan for it, but I need to be sneaky with it. You understand? That's the point. Let's see. If your notes don't look like this, I don't know what you're doing. Here we go. This is the, well, actually, we know what we need to talk about this second. Let's go to my schedule. So this is what we need to talk about first. I call this the resourceful page plan. I just made it up. Yeah, this ain't in no book. It's not in the book, okay? I just made this up. The resourceful page plan. Font, show fonts 24. Here we go. I want to make sure my page is a resource. I also understand the algorithm doesn't understand that Chantel has curls and that Vince has a really good beard. The algorithm doesn't understand that. The algorithm understands video. The algorithm doesn't understand that. Which one of y'all like selfies? Let me look at my. Actually, that'd be Chantel all over again. Algorithm doesn't understand that Chantel likes to take selfies. The algorithm understands pictures. PJ, I think she's gone now, likes to text post. Antonio loves links. Love links. And all 4 of these, and this actually, they added a new category. Same thing though. Video and live video are the same thing. Actually, they added a new one. video, live video, and Premiere. Now watch me spell that wrong. I know. Don't worry about it. Your mama. All right. Premiere videos. All right. Schedule what? No. It's not on the Facebook site. It is. I'll put it in the chat. Morning. I just want you to know if video, live video, and Premiere videos are the same. Who doesn't know what a Premiere video is? I need someone to be honest. Who does not know what a premiered video? All right, Jerome doesn't know. A premiered video is when you have you ever seen one of those celebrities that you like, or Antonio, and they got the live video, but it's got all the cool graphics, and you're like, man, how do they get their video so clear? My camera don't go that clear. And how do they get the name across the screen, and how do they get their intro there? Anybody ever seen that? You ever wonder why does their video look 1,000 times better than yours? Because their video was not shot with a cell phone. It was shot with professional film, lighted backgrounds, scripts and stuff, and then edited by someone like me, and then had all the overlays, text overlays, video overlays, and then they aired it like a live video. Have you ever seen someone make a post that says, X person is going live at 2:30? You ever seen that before? That's a premiere video. It's when you take a professional video and you upload it to Facebook, and then you tell Facebook, run this like a live video. Did that help some of you? Those are the best videos to do. They really are, because they're super high quality. Same topic, I'm sure, about what, Chantel? Oh, no. Well, okay, let's go back to that. Yes, all right, I got you. Let's go back to that. I paused because I want to make sure everyone understands a premiere video. Here we go, premiere video. That's what we just talked about. This can be the same topic, or it cannot. It's up to you. In my case, when it's the same topic, it's different points in that topic to make it look like different topics. Actually, this is a good time for you to share your screen, Deanna. In the early morning, we drop a video. Just did that this morning. Now, Deanna, I want you to show, well, Daryl does a video early in the morning. Middle morning, you're going to drop a picture, show them what that picture would look like from Daryl. Has Daryl even seen these yet? Oh, okay. Well, good. He's going to see it now. Run it.
So I would take maybe a quote from what he did, and I would create a post. I would create so this is one of the things that he's looking to talk about.
Ooh, that's cold.
He's talking about building a solid team. That's one of the points in what he's discussing. So I would take just that point and I would create a graphic off of it. And you do this with different points. Like this one is, let's see. There we go. So if when he discusses understanding compensation plans, or anything, this one is anything dealing with compensation plans. So when he's ready to discuss this, now he has his graphic for that. So anything dealing with compensation plans, he can use this graphic.
I'll show you straight.
Okay. Okay.
That was a different one. She threw in something different on y'all. That wasn't a point from one of his speeches. She just understood that he's going to always be talking about something compensationally. and he would need to start a series at some point. She is anticipating, this is why you hire people, okay? Jerome gets it. This is why you hire people. She anticipates that he's not going to be able to do what he's doing without always talking about compensation plan somewhere. And he's going to want to have people go straight to just that compensation plan knowledge because they have a certain personality type. That's what they're going to watch. Everybody got me? Okay. Now, what Deanna just did was she added something new in y'all, and she knows it so well that she didn't explain it. So I'm going to explain it and let you come back. When she said a series, she was saying a playlist. Deanna, tell us now where that picture will be seen primarily. All right, go ahead. And you can share your screen and do it too.
Unmute. There we go. Share my screen again so you guys can see the one that I pulled up. Okay. Something like this, if you're doing multiple videos or a series on something, this would be your thumbnail for your playlist. Your playlist will mostly be seen. You'll have a Facebook playlist and a YouTube playlist. So when people pull up your playlist, they know that anything under this particular playlist is all of this. Would you like me to pull up a website so they can see? Okay. The website that I am going to pull up, okay, there we go. So I got my search bar is all in the way. So I'm going to go to YouTube and pull up and pull up a playlist for you guys. So I'm going to pull up, I was working on this one earlier. This is our church's channel. This is the thumbnail. So when you go to the playlist, the graphic I just showed you is this graphic right here. So on his playlist, when you pull up the playlist, this is what it is. So anything under the compensation plan 101, anything he discusses that deal with the compensation plan, he would take that video and he will put it underneath the playlist. So anyone who goes to that, they will see that graphic so they know that anything dealing with this is under this playlist. So it'll be the thumbnail for his playlist on YouTube as well as the playlist on Facebook. All right, boss man?
Now I will show you what that looks like on Facebook as well. The goal is to make sure that people find all your stuff easy to follow and that you look like you're supposed to charge a lot. I wish I had a few amens right there. The goal is to look, okay, I said lean back on that one. The goal is to look like they owe you money. That's the goal. So when they ask you, well, I said Liddell gets it. When they ask you how much you charge, that's because you showed them I'm chargeable. That's the point. Well, here we're going to look at my Facebook page. Here's my Facebook page on playlist. Actually, if you just go, let's just go to home first. Home first, what you're going to find out, there's a video. I was one of the first to use this because whenever you can be first, go do that. And then, just all you post, but watch. When you come down to mine, actually, let's do it better. Let's view my page as a visitor. We want to view my page as you would see it. People are going to come to my page and say, okay, wow, okay, all right, cool. All right, this guy's got a lot of stuff going on, got some items. Oh, look, he's got some playlists. He's got some playlists. Let me see if I can see all his playlists. Now, look at this. Look at this, y'all. And you want to learn about presidential? Good. Original TV show? Good. Business, sales, and training and marketing? Good. Brick by brick? Good. Rebuilding Dead Church? That's also on the church page? Good. So Happy and Grateful Saga? Good. Some Jewish stuff? This is completely Jewish. The Shana Tova U Metatuka, that's roughly translated into, well, it's not roughly translated. It means may you have a sweet, good year. And it's from a translation. You got to remember, I got Hebrew, right? It's short for, what is that? I won't say it in Hebrew, it's long, but it means, may your name be listed in the book of life all year. It's basically what that comes from. This is Daryl's Wednesday call. He did 2 of them, right? I got 2 videos here, don't I? Makes sense, huh? You see that? All right. Plant Better Business Essentials, another original show. I don't have one for the vlog yet, or this. Actually, I have this in another place. You see it? But I'm going down, getting more. You get it? Point is, this is pretty organized. Oh, I just clicked on one. Don't know which one I clicked on. Good. I clicked on losers. And I don't just have a playlist where you can see that. It also showing you every video looks the same, doesn't it? I wrote an original series starring the 3 ladies of The Office, some other people too. I introduced new characters, and it's crazy. I really like Slacker films. It's the films that you just sit back and you laugh at the goofy stuff. Really like that. But each time you click on it, it's going to tell you what it's about. Let's go back to playlist. Watch how ingenious this is. You go to the Wednesday distributor. Actually, you know what? Let's play, because it's no longer called distributor call. So let's teach you while we're doing it. I need to change the name of it to consultant training. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into my, here we go, content, playlist. Hit this pencil. Now I get to change it to
Marketing consultant.
Marketing consultant call. There you go. I got it here now. And is that the share button right here? I mean, the save button? All right, I got this thing in my way. I can't see. So now it's good. Got it here. No problemo. Now, hold on. So what we're getting ready to do now is show you how all this fits together. If you think this don't make you money, it does. I have no idea what my screen is doing. What's that? Nope, that's iTunes. Get over here. There you go. All right, I got it. Now, here, well, boom. But watch it. If you just, I wonder what this is about. Well, it tells you. President of Sales. Now look. Come on, I'm not a dummy. People go, man, I want to. They copy and paste it right here. I want to do that. Copy and paste it, put it in the link, they go register. And I'm slick with it, y'all, because I made sure I upgraded that. I don't know if y'all didn't see last week. It looked different. This week it looks different, don't it? When y'all first got into it, it didn't have that. And it didn't have this. Ain't nobody got time to be average. Now when you show up, it looks like we bought something. You catch that on your way home. When you come, you watch the video. Pause. Thank you very much, handsome young man. Gotta move this out of the way. Here's the description again. I always put that. Oh man, I can register right now? What you mean? I can just click it? And the same thing. The point I'm making here, ladies and gentlemen, when you are organized and you make sure your customer has less work to do, they buy from you faster. Now, did y'all see all? Now, we don't just do the pictures that you can post. We also resize them to thumbnails too. Well, we don't resize them. We got to redesign them as well so they can be perfectly there. Then we take, basically, at every one post Daryl sends us, we make 30 out of it. You hear that, Vince? So your one post, we make 30 different posts. So when you're going to this thing here, when you're going to this, yes, Chantel, this typically can be all about one, but it won't look like the same post. I'll show you. This early morning will be a long video. Then Deanna will make a picture, and we'll write a text about it. Then we'll write a link about it, linking it to the podcast or something. I probably went too fast on that one. We'll take your video, then make it a podcast, audio or video, and then we would link people back to it. Then what we do is in the afternoon, you already did your 1 hour video. Now, Chantel, we put up a 1 minute video. Let me scroll to her face. I need to see her face. I know she's sharp. There she is. All right, there you go. Like I said, she's taking a note. 1 hour video, 1 minute video. Or 2 minute video, doesn't matter. You get it? Then another picture. Then another text. And sending you to something else. This time, not the podcast, but the vlog that was written about the video up here. Oh, I got to be helping somebody. And in the evening, a 6-second video, a 5-minute video about the same thing. You get it? Now, this is just strictly for Adonia. Adonia, let's see, I'm going to look at her face. Wouldn't this make your life easier if you didn't have to try to post 12 times a day? You just posted one piece of content, just one, but that one equaled 30. And then you can stretch that 30 out the whole week. Now you're really doing one piece of content. But remember, I said one piece of content, five. Let me take this off. One piece of content 5 times, that equals, and then you do that for 4 weeks, 20. But imagine doing one piece of content 5 times, but one piece of content has 30 in it. That's different math now. That's 1 times 5 times 30 now. 150 times a week you'll be seen. Yeah, I see it on your face. 150 times a week. And please believe me, when you cut on your TV, Doritos gonna try to make sure they seen 150 times in an 8-hour span. Believe that. Imagine. And this is why celebrities hire me, because I'm seen over 150 times. Now I do that. That's 150 times, right? I do that 150 times, but I post 8 to 9 times a day. So do 150 times 9. She's doing it in her head because she's a mathematician. That's right. You can use your calculator for it. All right, she said 1350 at the top of her head. We're going to see what it was. But she cold like that. It is 13. Don't you say it's 1350? That don't make no sense. You did teach math for 10 years. All right. There you go. All right. My audience sees me 1,350 times a week at the minimum. You know how hard it is not to buy from me? Remember, I once told y'all, if you hear me do a radio interview, I say this on purpose too. They say, all right, tell us how can we find you? I say, well, you can find me. I apologize in advance. At the moment you find me, you're going to find me forever. I'm going to make sure of it, right? But if you want to know, you Google it, I get the information. Because no matter where you see me at, no matter where you see me, you're going to see me a lot. Let's examine. Let's give you some proof, some social proof, because LinkedIn is mine. I don't care what nobody say. LinkedIn is all mine. It is where I dominate the most. It is unfair what I do to LinkedIn. It really is. It really is unfair what I do to LinkedIn. It's just ridiculous. I just cleared away like 36 notifications. Here we go. 1 hour ago, 2 hours ago, 2 hours ago, 2 hours ago, 2 hours ago. Oh, that ain't mine. That ain't mine either. 17 hours ago. Right? These are different posts. Let's see how many people. And I don't even pay for LinkedIn. I tried it for 2 months and didn't even use it. I want to show you. It'll show. So 502 people viewed my profile in the last 90 days. And I don't pay for LinkedIn. I just don't. I just think it's a waste of money because the way I use LinkedIn. And there's another way to show. There's another way to show. You can see like how many people viewed you or something. I'm part of Lakewood Church's community, and this is the truth right here. Who's familiar with LinkedIn? Who's familiar with LinkedIn? All right. Who has a main platform as LinkedIn? Grace, you got yours? Okay. Susan. This is the truth right here. And it always, in the last 30 days, I have appeared in 232 search appearances. No money. So get this. This ain't nothing. This, I've appeared from Houston Methodist. I don't know what this is, but clearly they market and advertise. IBM. And these people be contacting me in my inbox. If I paid, then I can see more, right? It'll show me all of it. Salespeople. This is obviously people learning from me. Okay. Executive director. People be trying to hire me on LinkedIn all the time. All the time. Okay. Now, people, look, here's some keywords people search for. When they put in author, LinkedIn said, nah, y'all got to meet Antonio. They put in host. I don't even know how people search the host. I got to meet Antonio. You put in president. Come on, y'all. We got to meet Antonio. LinkedIn says favor Antonio T. Smith Jr. because I am really, really mean to LinkedIn. It's just mine. Okay, I just feel that way. LinkedIn belongs to me. It just is what it is. 500 plus, and I don't even add people, y'all. I could just go crazy add people. I got over 13,000 connections or something. I'm not even sure what it is anymore. 13,025 connections is what I have, followers. I don't even try to add people. They just add me. This lady, hey, Antonio, she seems nice. I recently came across your podcast. Everybody pay attention. I recently came across your podcast and enjoyed many of the interviews. Nice lady, so I actually responded back to it. Don't even know her. Let's give her some hits on her. Oh, I just saw that in the search. That was in the search. That makes sense. This lady's awesome. Okay. Now I want to. She pays for LinkedIn. I don't want to. I just don't want to. Okay. Recently enjoyed the interviews. Here's a good point here. When you go to my podcast, and wash my hands. Nope. Let's not wash my hands. Let's do it a better way. This is the problem with meeting Antonio T. Smith Jr. This is the problem. The problem is you find me on radio station podcast, okay? That's a radio tower. It's fantastic, isn't it? Fantastic. It's a work of art. Regular old Michael da Vinci. Leonardo da Vinci, I mean. All right, there we go. Michelangelo. You find me on podcast, I am purposely sending you into my world to Medium or LinkedIn or Facebook. It's cool. Doesn't matter. I rarely send you to another podcast from my podcast. I'm sending you out of that world into another world. Oh, boy. Let me show you what that looks like. Y'all can still see my screen? Mm-hmm. All right. The gray is the apple. All right. The apple doesn't like, that makes, maybe not. Let me see if I can kill it and bring it back. Apple would make sure you can't preview none of their stuff, though. All right, there we go. Podcast, let me show you what that looks like. What is this? Store, is that store up there? Okay, because I got this white boy singing away. Let's go with search bar up here. Search, here is me. Let's go with this podcast as its first. And then 544 5-star ratings. Let's go with, you can't see what I see? Oh, they're so smart. Anyway, I was going to show you show descriptions of, maybe I can do it this way. So this is for Adonia. Chantel, you've been having a podcast for some years, haven't you? Let me show you. What we're going to do is we'll go to podcast. We'll just go back. You can't see this? That's pretty smart. Hold on. I know what it is. Boom. Back to it. You can see it now.
Yeah.
All right. That's because I still had it on whiteboard. I forget. I don't even know who taught this. I don't remember no more. I don't know if it was Daryl or me. Who knows? I have no idea. All right? I have no idea. It's got 900 downloads so far, blah, blah, blah. No money spent whatsoever. What do I, how do you get to this? There we go. More. And what I did was I just sent them really quick to a funnel. No problem. Now, back to this. We're going to go up with, this is someone's, all right, this is, y'all know who the drinks, Teamy, the drinks with the celebrities get Teamy, the lady, shucks. Y'all know this lady. Hold on.
You want me to share my screen?
Yeah. Share your screen. Y'all know this lady. She got Cardi B, all the celebrities. That lady right there. That T. Y'all know that T. All right, I don't know. Well, anyway, so they got 1 million followers, all sorts of celebrities. Did you see the celebrity endorsements on that thing you just had? We got the celebrity endorsements.
Let me share it again.
Yeah, share it again so you see the celebrity endorsements. They'll be all the way down. That's where you would put celebrity endorsements at. All right, featured on CNN, but it's more celebrity, like the real celebrity. Type in Teamy celebrity endorsements, and then when you get, oh, okay, good. No. What's behind the Teamy craze? Here. Go to that CNN article. Right there. Up, right there. All right, there you go. So this brand is on CNN. Is that fair enough? So we can have a picture that this brand is a big deal, right? All right, scroll down and stuff. Come on. Female rapper Cardi B. I know who she is. Cardi B. Blah blah blah. She just opened up for the rodeo. Kylie Jenner. Teamy. You see it? Teamy. Kylie Jenner. Keep going. Is there more? All right, cool. You get the point. It's a bunch of them. She has a bunch of them, and good for her. She deserves it. She's a really nice person. Good for her. Let's see. I am going to, where's that? Here we go. All right, let's have some fun. This is how you do it. This is how you repurpose your content. Who's familiar with Marvel Comics Universe? DC Universe. Well, you need to have the Adonia Universe, the Vince Anderson Universe, because that's what I created, the ATS Universe. I'm dead serious. I don't mean that to be swaggly. I'm serious. And I'll show you. Here's Teamy. The lady's name is Adi Arizini. There you go. She's Hebrew. She's actually from Israel. Growing up poor, making problems profitable, and building a global brand. That's a pretty catchy title, yes? All right. This is what I did. Adi is a female founder, Teamy Brand. Oh, I'm sorry. If you don't know, the lady was on my podcast like last week. This episode came out. Adonia, you listen to the podcast. The episode came out like last Sunday. This is this lady. She's fluid. Look, I'm telling you all the things about her, right? This is a guest. All the things about her. Go to her, teeny thingy, LinkedIn, and then boom! Come back to my world now. I'll show you again. Let me show you again. Let me show you. Because when people actually like your podcast, they read the show notes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Adonia is getting it. Okay. I need you to get that I'm in the 4th season of this podcast. I'm in the 4th season with all these episodes, okay? Every last one, and Daryl's really liking this part, every last one of these episodes is a sales funnel. Yo, how you playing? Look, this was a long time ago. You better hit me up on my social media. Hey, come on. All right, watch. Let me show you. Even if I enter what I told Chantel earlier, you better go ahead and take his audience. And I said Chantel that? Yeah. I took her, she took mine. That's the point. That's the point. After I laced you up. I did her well. She served in the Israeli Defense Force. I did it well. And then after that, Jerome, oh, you rolling with me. Oh, you rolling with me. Yes. You want to check out my book? It's right here. Click that link. Don't even worry about it. Bureau of Dominant Speakers, don't even trip. I bet you won't click one of these hashtags or put one of these hashtags in your social media. You're going to find me. Look at that. Like, seriously. Put these hashtags in social media, you're going to find me. You want to join my mailing list? Go ahead and run that. Oh, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Now watch this here, y'all. I'm so slick. Watch this here. I don't have a regular way to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have a different way. I just put it in chat. Everyone click this YouTube right. If you're not subscribed, you need to go ahead and subscribe. You're missing stuff. But just click that in the chat real quick. I created a short link so you can't see what I'm doing. Okay, what does it do? Does it pop up on your screen? Share your screen, Grace. Look at Chantel. I don't just send you to my YouTube channel. Nah. Ain't nobody got time to be sending you to my YouTube channel. I'm sending you. Show your screen. Show your screen. Oh, you clicked out of it? You clicked out of it. Oh, no, we can't see it. You can't see it. That's all right. You have it up? Well, I don't think it's going to show, but go ahead. You got it up, Chantel? Or you got a question? Go ahead, Chantel. Oh, you have it up? All right. I don't think it shows you.
I'm sharing my screen now.
And it's not showing you, though. That's okay. But you see it, though. And Chantel says she got it up. All right, good stuff. Basically, I send you to the part of the YouTube that forces the big old subscribe button to pop up in your face. This is why I got 4,000 subscribers. You know how hard it is to get subscribers? There it is. She got it. There it is. I don't know how she showed hers, but there it is. Y'all see it?
Mm-hmm.
And now she just subscribed. I sure appreciate you, Chantel. Did y'all see that?
Yeah.
That's powerful. Man. Thank you, Chantel. So appreciate you. Now, would y'all like to know how I did that? Would you like me to send you that information? Yes. I'll show you how to do it. Now, you can't see it in the link, but I'm going to tell you what you do. What you're going to do is, I put it in the chat for you. I put it in the chat. I'm going to show you real quick. See it is? Can y'all see that on my screen, the subscribe? Yeah. I can't subscribe to me, but, I'm going to go ahead and push it. Maybe I guess you may not subscribe to yourself, but don't tempt me then. I got 4,600 subscribers. It's hard to get those. Let me trust me on that. Here's what you do. Can y'all see this bar here? If I put it in a link for y'all, but what you're going to do is you got to create a username for your page. And you're going to take this very same link, and where my username is, you're going to put your username. And at that very moment, yours will do the same thing. You're welcome. You're welcome, because that was hard for me to figure out. You got a question? Okay, go ahead, Grace.
How did you create your username? Because I think of mine is just a number.
First off, AJ number the number. Aaliyah said that. No, I'm just joking. Yeah, I remember that song. Unfortunately, R. Kelly wrote it, so we don't do Robert in this house. But anyway. But I'm serious though. The ladies, they don't let R. Kelly be in this house. Not in this one. They don't let him. He can't be in this house. Can't the songs he wrote, it ain't in this one. I'm not even sure anymore how to do your username, but I know it's in customized channel or settings or about, yeah. But I do know what you can do. I can bless you. This is how I would find out. You be like, Antonio, can you help me? Sure, I can. How to change username on YouTube. This is exactly what I would do. All right? And then right there, I get this video and I let this video teach me how to do it. That's exactly what I would do because everything, it's only a minute. All right, and here you go. Boom, I put it in chat for you. You got that in chat too. Is that fair? All right, there you go. That's how you change. In fact, I'll put it for people coming back. How to change your username in YouTube. Now, the reason I'm showing you this, remember the lady said Antonio. Now that lady, she got 10 employees, it said, 2 to 10 employees. I'm trying to show you that lady said, listen, man, I've been listening to your interviews for a minute. I'm impressed with that. Do you mind if I add you? Because he had to ask me first. When you add someone outside your network, LinkedIn makes you send them a message. And she had to ask me first. And I said, oh yeah, we're good. I showed her love back. But the only reason she's here is because she found my podcast. So let's go back to the Marvel universe. From my podcast, I send people where I want them to go. Then if you find me on Facebook, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to send you back to podcast. Y'all ain't paying attention. If you find me on Facebook, I'm going to send you to YouTube. If you find me on YouTube, I'm going to send you back to podcast, back to Facebook. I'll show you. So we're going to go to my YouTube channel now, and we're going to have a little fun. Everything that I do is a sales funnel because when you find me, Chantel, I don't want you to find nobody else. I'm like the jealous boyfriend, except for the jealous content provider or something, right? Yeah, I just want you with me. You understand? Just be with me. Here we go. 4,006. Again, that was hard, y'all. This is hard. I should have a lot more, but besides the fact that I slept on YouTube for like 10 years and I got this many, I'm proud of that number. I'm proud of that number. Let's go with, look, here's how to build. Let's just see what I did. I don't even know what I did here. This is an old video that I just reposted. Not even sure what I did. I could have been in a rush. Your landing pages are terrible. Look at that. Sales funnel, sales funnel, sales funnel. Look how many times I put that in there, y'all. 3 times. Oh, you stopped reading right here? Go ahead and click up. Oh, you stopped reading right here? Go ahead and click down. Oh, you got it here? Go ahead and click right here. Well, I'm trying to help somebody out there. All right, we'll take that one back. Watch this here. Losers. It's a playlist, ain't it? See how organized my channel is? My channel is pretty organized. Business, sales, and marketing. And then you see all this here. You come to episode. Oh, that's right. So I'm getting ready. I'm doing my YouTube channel like I got to do my Facebook, but it's a lot of work, so I got to do all that. I started the other day doing it. Episode 7. Besides the fact, and this was actually pretty funny, besides the fact that, remember, don't worry about views. People have consumed this content in other places. Here it is. Losers is this, and then I do this all the time because everybody eats me. Okay, D. Marie Group gets credit for all my videos, even though they are behind the scenes. So I play D. Marie Group. And I'm telling you, go ahead and follow me on Facebook and Instagram. But then watch this here. Follow everyone in this series. Look, Grace, Deanna, Michelle, Shannon, Tempest. I didn't just say, follow me. In this series, Tempest hasn't even made a debut in the series yet. And every episode it still says, follow me. Shannon hasn't either. Michelle has only made one debut yet, although those episodes are coming. You just haven't seen them yet. The point is, I'm sending you back not only to my world, but I'm putting people on with me. Okay? That'll make no sense, but keep going. Oh, yeah, you're very welcome. Shooting a commercial for the city of Lamar, which I really did. Here's a commercial. Let's see what I would have did here. Oh, look. Here's some stuff. And you want to know about the Bureau? Go ahead and click that link. ATS Network? Go ahead and click that link. Look, all this stuff. I actually have this set so much to where, and I'll show, am I sharing my screen? Yes? Okay. I have this set so much. Can y'all see this? Good. If I come in my notes and type permanent description, or just type in permanent, I have a note that says permanent description. And every time I drop a video, I come in and I copy and paste all this and put it on the video. I need to see some faces. Man. Is that not, was that not, did y'all not get that? Did y'all not get that, man? And I have a note that says permanent description. And every time I want to drop a video, if I'm not trying to send you to one place specifically, I'll just got my permanent description where you can act. And we're gonna break it down. Because I'm giving away this information. Okay? All this is a sneaky way to sell a product, and Vince started all this here knowledge for y'all. Think about this. I am selling products and they don't even know they're being sold. Think about that for a second. To sell and not know that you're being sold, but then, gotta take care of Tempest. I got in this same permanent description. Watch this here. Permanent description. Thank you for watching the videos daily. Watch it. And then it's going to go to follow Tempest online. This is one for me and Tempest. And this one is just all Tempest. Right here. I got 3 of them. Got one for me and her, depending on the videos, and then one for this. And watch it. Same thing I did for me, sharing is pause, bring in your window to the front or whatever. I don't know what that says. But anyway, same way that I made the thing pop up for me, same way I made it pop up for Tempest. I had that permanent description, that was actually Tempest's idea. I had one version. She had a better version. I was like, Tempest, I'm going to need that. And she said, here. She sent it over to me. And I put both versions together and made this master one. Because she was following someone else, and they had that. Now imagine having that content out for years, and now you're big. If I could just say one thing to y'all, Chantel. Actually, I'm gonna do it in different levels. Vince, John Calloway did not know me 365 days ago. 700 days ago, nobody knew me at all. Not y'all. Actually, no, I can put that in there too. They know me 365 days ago. 98% of my following today did not know me over 2 years ago. Go ahead, Chantel.
Excuse my kids in the background. Maybe.
That's all right. That's all right.
Okay.
I got Look, Dara be calling me, mine be in the background going hard in the paint. It's all good.
And what I thought about was, I think of like YouTubers or people that I was so entertained by before I started to be the entertainment. I realized like it's like as if they ran out of content. So now you see them apologizing for not having anywhere to send people. Or you see them saying things like, oh, we have merch coming soon. Oh, stay tuned. Because now they've dominated for a while, and they came up because they were just giving their personality, being a resource, which is cool, but they can't send people places how I just seen there. So now, and then you'll see them, like I remember even one girl, she commented, she made an Instagram post like, it's because we don't have any content. I'm sorry, guys. Like they can see that their views went down and everything. Yeah.
Wow. Yo, thank you, Chantel. And that's a deep point. I just read some of the comments like your head messed up. This is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna do for you.
Stop talking.
That's the way it works. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give Deanna that permanent description. Since you're on this call, I almost want to put it in the group for everybody, but everybody ain't on this call. You understand what I'm saying? Since you on this call, hold on, let's break down my permanent description real quick, and then we'll go back to it. I'm gonna break down my permanent description. Remind me, don't let me forget that, Deanna. I'm about to give that away, and all y'all gotta do is plug in y'all information, but don't let me forget that. But I stole it from somebody anyway. Or two different people. I stole it from Tiffany. Here we go. I'm gonna break this down for you. This is important stuff that I wanted to push. The Bureau first, the network second, and then my book. Right? I have this in an order that is strategic for me. On social media, when you're online, you can click a hashtag. I'm gonna show you again. I'm gonna show you again. When you're online and you click a hashtag, the reason I did this, y'all, I hope you get this. Where's Vince? Let me look at Vince's face. All right, there you go. The reason you use hashtags is what you want to do is you want to, and everybody, y'all see this? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna click this hashtag. Well, actually, I'm gonna put it in a new tab. Guess what? Here's what happens. All me. And I done got so cold, I'm uploading 4K videos. I ain't playing no games. I need people to know you, not me. It ain't personal. I just need you to know that me and your videos are different. Okay? I just need you to know that. That's what I start doing now. I start letting people know we are not the same. You feel me? Like I need people to know I'm charging full price. You upload your little funky video, mine's in 4K. Okay? That's on purpose. I'm just telling you where I am at. I was on this morning. What phone call did we have this morning, Deanna? I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. But this is important because I wanna push it so you can do it and then steal it from me. Second phone call I was on this.
You're on a phone call with a company called JetSmart.
Say name.
Oh, you are on a very important phone call regarding the purchasing of private jets.
Y'all ain't heard it. I know you ain't heard it. I know you ain't heard what she just said. You couldn't have heard that. I had a 9 or 9:30? 9:30 phone call about the purchasing of private jets or seats in private jets. Just depending on which one I want to do. I ain't playing. Just send me an email on the phone call because while this black shirt is on right now, I'm about to go full Floyd Mayweather on folk. I'm just telling you right now, okay? I'm just telling you. Christmas tree gonna be 30 feet tall. I'm just telling you right now, it's gonna be ridiculous. But I have to because when I do that and then show love to Adonia and the whole world knows me, Adonia instantly makes money. Y'all hear what I'm saying? All right. So I need you to take this because I understand what's happening next. And I understand every time I understand the people who are crazy enough to be on these calls, all y'all famous. You don't even know it yet. Y'all famous, and people can't wait to buy from you because it's y'all that asking questions, and they gonna fall in love with y'all. And they gonna that's why it costs such and such a month to get in this group. I said such and such because I may change the price. You know what I'm saying? I'm a hustler. I may change the price. I'm just letting you know. It's only gonna go up. Prices never go down. They always go up. Okay, so I may change the price. And they're gonna try very, very hard to get in this group to be like y'all. Y'all are famous. You just ain't got there yet. That being said, I can now explain to you the power of these hashtags that you need to be paying attention to. Share my screen again. Move this all the way over here. Here's the power of these hashtags. Okay, you see that? Close it back down. Then what I do, I make profitable clients more profitable. All right, wow, man, right? Here you go again. Come back. Pause this video. Even my hashtags, you know what I'm saying? Like even my hashtags are putting you back into my universe. Then, oh man, making millionaires. All right, that's pretty cool. Making millionaires. Look at it. You see all these people? And sometimes I'll purposely put the hashtag other people use it just so I can show up in that joint. Sometimes you need to show up next to people. I do it. I do it all the time. Millionaire maker. I just want to show up next to Robert Kiyosaki. I do. I want to show up next to whoever this guy is. You feel me? Show up. And then they go, man, this dude dominate. He everywhere. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. That's on purpose. That's designed that way. Then they go, well, who the heck is Antonio? I don't know this. Who is he? Anyway, Chantel, who is he? All right. So I'm only going to, am I going to send you to some whack video? Nah. That's stupid. Why would I do that? I'm going to send you common questions. Who is Antonio Smith Jr.? All right. Well, and then here's what's going to happen right here. This dude's on Goldcast? Man, get the... You know what they're going to say, right? This dude was on Goldcast? That's in Goldcast. Come on, man. He wasn't on no Goldcast. Dog is right here. For real? Man, that's crazy. Yeah, because why would I put some whack video up? I need you to see I was on Goldcast, okay? Connect with me. Here's all the connections. Subscribe to me. Here's just a few of the podcasts, okay? Then, this is where I differ. Once y'all follow my journey to be a billionaire, that's my daily vlog. And it takes you to a whole playlist of me just showing you. Pretty soon, this is going to be in private jets, y'all. Don't play. It's going to be in private jets. Soro has a question. Okay, good luck. I'm coming to the question right now. I'm showing something. Then, you want some million, you look. Chantel and David. Chantel and Daryl, these two y'all need the most. This is the last one I'm going to do. You need this one the most, right here. I said get free millionaire training videos here, and it's a cake because I want you to know you can eat your cake. You have your cake and eat it too, right? I'm real subliminal like that. Right? When you click this, it's going to, let me show you. Y'all know what this is? I'll show you what this is. I don't let people coach with me without me recording it. I'm going to rewind, press play. On here, just say, get some free millionaire training. But I now get paid for my one-on-one coaching that other people already paid for. So if I'm going to coach you, you get in this playlist. This is an NFL guy that's in this network. He now coaches for Stanford, defensive back. Yeah, and I ain't even finished lacing this one out yet. I just heard him upload it real quick. I'm going to put all his information up in there. He plays for the Denver Broncos. I need people now to know Yeah, I'm coaching NFL players. And I'm going to NBA G League, if you don't know what that is. It's going down. Vince, I need people to know this is the season of you, not me. All right, Denise had a question.
Oh, it says, what are you using that shows the sound wave over your thumb?
I'll say it again.
What are you using that shows the sound waves over?
Well, oh, yes, got you. Before y'all go, give me a few minutes. I'm going to have Daryl wrap this up. Let's see. Hollywood. It is Holly. It is. All right, give me a second. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. Am I sharing my screen? All right. Daryl, oh, well, not yet. Hold on. Give me a second. Because that is a fantastic question that she asked. And is Pam Norris on the call? Okay. Let's see. I'm going to go. It's Hollywood something. Something like that. I'm going to share my screen. I just want to make sure I ain't going to share all my passwords with y'all. All right, here we go. Let me share my screen. I'm going to share all the passwords. All right, Lee. Google Chrome has this wonderful setting to where it saves all your passwords. I can't remember who it is, but what I can do is look through all these names until I see who it is. So that's a good question. And I'll put, make headliner. That's it. Headliner. There it is. All right. Headliner. There it is. Right here. Here you go. This is how you do it. It's called Headliner. I'm going to blow this all the way up. Y'all, Denise for the love me for this. You can either upload a full episode and it'll do that for you, or it'll transcribe it for you. You can get a video transcript here. Yes. You can have a short one, turn audio clips into waveforms, or a long one. Got me? You can start with a podcast, all this stuff. This is how you do it right here. It's beautiful. I won't go into detail. Just know it is a secret weapon. And now it is in the chat for you. Daryl, I know you can't wait. Oh, we got one more? Is this what you use to edit your blog and podcast? No, this is what I use to put the waveforms on there. Pretty cool. I'm actually looking for like a full-time media, 2 people to keep up with all that I do. But this is what I use. Can y'all see my launch pad? Mm-hmm. I use Logic Pro 10 for all audio. Now this is Mac though, okay? This is Mac. This is equivalent to Pro Tools. If you got, if you heard Pro Tools, Windows, and I use Final Cut Pro. I don't even know what the equivalent is. These two together. This is how I do animations. When you see people stuff fly across the screen, I do my animations in here, and I use Final Cut Pro to do my videos. So hopefully that helps you out. That's for Mac. Daryl?
Yes, sir.
Man, I can't. In fairness, ladies and gentlemen, when Daryl found out that I do this kind of stuff and we have this kind of service, the first thing he did was, we got to give this away for free or almost free to the people that follow us. Daryl, take it away and tell them how and what you've come up with.
Okay, sure. Well, first of all, I think everyone can agree that what we just talked about, if you could have that done for you, the majority of that work done for you, it would literally change how your business would elevate and how you would connect with people. And that's what initially drew it, what I was drawn to. And because of that, my first time, Antonio mentioned it last week, I put in the chat, how can we sell this? Or is there a way that I can sell this? And for the people who are already here that know this, we're on these classes, several days a week. We spend a lot of hours, but we don't have the time to get this done. So my focus was, in addition to helping people transition from what they do, a transition in their mind from what they do as in their business and how they can promote ATS, the network part of it. Because I know, it's hard for me to focus on two different things, but how can you do this and make it seamless and make you want to do it? Well, let's just say that ATS took over everyone's social media and everything that you just went through, and that was done for them. So they could focus on developing content, et cetera, et cetera. Now, they've seen Chantel, Vince, Denise, or whomever go from one place to a total different level. So they're going to ask, what happened? How did that happen? It's real simple now to share a link that has a simple funnel that then drives an additional stream of income for you. So this is not solely about promoting the network, but it is as well, because that's what I'm here for. So I want to figure out a way to make that seamless, and we did that with this. The other part of that is this. If you have this working for you on your behalf and it doesn't cost you any money. So here's the question. You've seen what it does. How many people do you know that would take this service and use it today? Not you. I mean, we know you would do it, and we know we have a way for you to do it for free. But how many other people do you know that could use a service like this? And I think without question, you know a ton of people. And so I'm going to do one of those things Antonio does to me all the time. I'm going to kind of give something I haven't even asked him about yet. But I know that it's acceptable just simply because of what it does for each one of you, what it will do for any prospects that you have, and what it does for ATS, right? So if you know 3 people that would purchase this service, and we'll get into pricing and all that stuff later because it varies on what that client is. 3 people who would purchase this service and has a full range of services that we offer, then yours would be free. Meaning everything that you've seen would be put up for you, and Chantel, Vince, you can start to focus solely on content. It makes your life so much better. I told Antonio the other day, in the last, week, I put more content up than I did with my Message to Masses page in 6 months. Why? Because I just wasn't really into it. It just didn't turn me on. It was almost I was going against what I really wanted to do, but I was trying to please people who I cannot please. And I really don't care at this point because I wake up with 2 or 3 videos in my mind. I have 10 videos ready right now to go. I'm just waiting. And so the point is, if you had all that that background or that, that the thing that we're trying to do, if we had that in place for us, it would make things that much easier. And if you knew 3 people that could use that service, you would have it for free. So that's really the pitch. I don't mind that being a pitch because it's an excellent way to get what you need. 3 people who can use this. And if you had a complete funnel, then all you had to do is send them the funnel, and then they just make a decision based on that funnel, and then yours is free after 3 you sold. I mean, it's an incredible idea, and it's an incredible way for you to get what you want.
Just like that. And every single thing he said, it doesn't cost you any money, right? It doesn't cost you any money, so don't forget that part there. We do this for a living.
I know we're at the end of the call, but let's just say after the 3. After the 3, you knew 3 more people. And if you do it at that point, at the highest price point, when you sell that direct, it's $650 direct commission. This doesn't happen, right? This is you sending out a funnel, okay? And someone says, yeah, I want that. Real estate agents, insurance agents, et cetera, $650 upfront commission and $300 a month commission residual. $650 upfront, $300 commission, residual commission every single month after the 4th one. I mean, it's crazy in addition to what you sent to the network. Back to you, sir.
And if you think it's crazy, it is. But my plan for this company is not what you think it is. My plan for this company is to be the #1 company in the world. I'm going all the way there. All the way. It should be ATS, Apple, Google. This is how I feel. So if it looks like I'm building that way, yeah, I am. I am. Why do you think we have 2 conferences a year in which we release new technologies and new products? More on this in October. You should probably have your ticket like Adonia and Jerome because we're releasing over 10. In fact, let me just do this for a second. I promise you, we out here in 5 minutes. I already know we are already building in the new country we're going to. I'm leaking that out. If you heard we're going to a new country, if you heard that, it's true. And in October, on the 12th, this is the 12th, the last day, the 12th, Tempest and I are going to tell you what country we're going to. It's so cold, Chantel. I know where we're going in 2021. That's 2019. I know where we're going in 2020 and 2021. All I can do is tell you, if you see me catching flights, you better perk your ears up. Because I don't do nothing hypothetically. Nothing. Nothing about me is spontaneous. Nothing. We are moving into countries with some of the same products, some of the different products, et cetera, et cetera. If you're interested in the program, text Daryl at 510. Do you want that number on the recording? It's going to be in the text.
Just leave it in the text. Record it.
I'll just say, I'll buy you a personal phone. That's all right.
Oh, that's all right.
There you go.
Blow it up. I don't care. I got another number.
That's right. He got 2 phones anyway. Good stuff. Good stuff. Anyway, that's that, y'all. It's good. And of course, all of this is free for you, right? It's free for you, or it's made for you to make it free for you. Everybody got it? That's how that works there. We do love you and love you all. Please know that in October, there are many gifts that are going to be given away, new technologies, new products that you're going to be able to use. To learn more. It's just think of it as your domination path to the highest expression of yourself. My name is Antonio T. Smith Jr. You can plan better. You can dominate. Thank you, everybody. We appreciate you. And any classes tonight? Thursday? Oh, I'm drinking beer tonight. All right, everybody. Appreciate you. Have you a good one.